So that is showing you, right? God has use for everybody. And if he has use for everybody, that should tell you that he is the life. The life that he creates is forever. And if he wants to develop a relationship with us, that means he is telling us that the main key to everyone's great source of power is love. You know, you can love in a physical perspective, you can love in a mental perspective, or you can love in a spiritual perspective, or combine the three so you have a super love connection, because then all of them will be set in stones for you to evolve. The power for you to be able to speak to God, the ability for God to find you very, very useful is through love. He doesn't say, well, who what's it called, projected this, who had this amount of money this Sunday, or this and that. He knows what you are able to do. He knows about your physical limitations. But he also knows that your love limitation should be unlimited. That means you must love him more than you love your own parents. You must love him more than you love your own children. You must love him more than you love yourself, because in a way you are him. See what I'm saying? You are him. The power of Elohim. See what I'm saying? You are. He breathed life into you, right? Now, before he breathed life into your shell, so you are a reflection of him. So you are him. But don't forget yourself, because people tend to forget themselves. And when they tend to forget themselves, then, doubts come into play. Who am I? What am I supposed to do? Hmm? Well, I can't say these things because maybe my friends might see a perspective way of not seeing me as a cool person. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm gonna be shy about it, because guess what? I wanna fit in. I wanna avoid talking the truth, because the truth might make others sour. But do you love God? Hmm? Do you love God? You see what I'm saying? God finds value in the person that loves him. See, Jesus Christ demonstrated the love for God before anything else. Times when sleeping was happening, he was praying to God. Times when people were eating food, he was fasting, right? He was going on journeys, doing things, and helping increase the awareness of God. What is everybody doing? You have abilities. Why must you be shy? Because you are lending to God. You're helping God, because you are part of God. See what I'm saying? But he also gave you the free will to say, you know what, I'm going to reject my, my birthright, even though it's solidified by Jesus Christ. I'm going to deny my birthright. I'm going to do what I need to do. And, remain cool to the people. I'm going to be a legend, and only a legend to the people. And that's going to be, my name is going to live on forever and ever. But your name can't live on forever and ever, because God controls everything. And we know that our physical lives is a short period of time. We also know that, humans tend to change history. A lot of history has been changed. So therefore, how would you know if you're going to be relevant, right? Even though you're very famous today, 50 years from the day you pass, or 100 years, would they recognize you? Or would they find value in what you have done? Do you see what I'm saying? And those are 50 years, 100 years. Those are miniature. They're a great time to our physical bodies, but our spiritual body is not. It's eternal. So it's small. It's nothing. So don't put all your power and all your love into just your physical aspect of play, but spiritual aspect. Learn to love God. Learn to do spiritual work. Take time to intensify God's relationship that you have or you may want. Mhm. Think about it. God wakes you up every day, blesses you every single day. Now it's up to you to pick up the blessing. It's up to you to recognize the blessings. He does all these things for you on a daily basis. What are you going to do for him? You tell me. Hmm? Do you have more respect for people than God? You're not perfect. God knows that. You will sin every day. God knows that. But will you recognize God every day? Would you talk to him every day? Would you respect him to the best of your ability every day? Because guess what? He gives you those options. He gives you those options. People that are dead don't have those options. But you have those options. So you tell me, what are you willing to do with the options that you have gotten from the great Father? Hmm? Use it for the benefit. You see, all evil is under the devil, right? But the devil is under God. So I just always look at it as there is many perspectives of, organizations, but there's one main source that provides everything. And all the deities and the entities and the principalities, all of them are basically going to God, Yahweh, the Most High, Jehovah, the Most High, to ask permission to what? To be able to dwell in the Spirit and test us, because testing us is to also help us in ways so that we know ourselves. The Bible says, know thyself, because if you know thyself, then you know who you are, and you know your potential, your ability, you know your capability, and you cannot know thyself without loving thyself. See what I'm saying? And what that really, really means is know God, because you are God. What I mean by that is God is inside of you. Notice in the Bible it says small g, know thyself. You're knowing God, know who God is, know who the main source of power is, and know how to connect. Because when you connect, you have endless capabilities, endless abilities to be able to intensify, your benefits as a person to others. Do the best you can, guys. God is King of Kings, Lord of Lords. People may, decide to say we're going to conspire against you as an individual. God knows and sees everything. God wakes everybody up, including the devil. So you see where the true power lies. If God says, today, you will not wake up, you will not wake up. There is nobody or nothing that can be done about it. But you see, if the devil says, today, you will not wake up, and God